My name is Adele Pierce. I'm a professional artist and I'm very fortunate to be working on this very neat project, designing tiny homes. I've been an artist all my life and I've always loved architecture. Ever since I was a little girl, actually, I've just loved buildings. My grandfather was an architect. In my 20s, I discovered what I'd really love to paint, which was the urban landscape and street scenes. My art, like my painting, really informs my design decisions all the time. Color, perspective, my love of different textures and materials. As a teenager, we went out east, and I've never forgotten the visit that we took to the Miners Museum in Cape Breton, and also to in Glace Bay specifically, and also to Louisbourg in Cape Breton. They're very beautiful, historic places. Miners Museum particularly, difficult history that was there. And so I thought those would be really interesting buildings to feature. And then from there, doing more research, I looked at the Gold Rush, so Dawson City, and French Manitoba and Les Voyageurs, that kind of time period, and yeah, the general store, so like Upper Canada Village. So that's you've got Ontario, Manitoba, potentially Quebec, the East Coast, and Yukon featured, and maybe there will be more provinces featured if we build more. In each case, I started doing some research and doing sketches. So you don't really want to go and just copy something, but at the same time, if you're looking at history, you need to be informed by what's also historically accurate.
You've reached friends in the Yukon, and we've reached out to other people to kind of help guide us along the way. So it's more than pictures, it's more than drawings, it's a part of our history, and we're trying to do it justice and honor.
And even though the buildings are currently going up, and we're already talking yesterday and today about specific wood finishes, very interesting burnt wood finish for the exterior of a couple of the homes, I'm still doing research on the actual the accuracy of all of that with the exterior and interior, so that as Aaron builds, that we can make sure that we're being true, yeah, and respectful. At the same time, it's going to be in a forest, and another conversation we've been having is just about putting little lights everywhere, and because people need to see, and so bringing a bit of what's contemporary into the story as well. I did reach out to academics here and there about these particular homes, and I heard back from someone at the Beaton Institute, really enthusiastic, which was very encouraging for them to hear that somebody in Ottawa is building tiny homes based on some of that history. Is actually really exciting. So she sent me so much information and documents and essays and pictures. That will certainly help with both making the buildings accurate, but also giving them that tone. And also, we want these places to be comfortable to live in. But we can kind of bridge the gap between how people really lived, because let's face it, the lives of the Gold Rush era folks and the Les Voyageurs and Old Quebec or Louisbourg, none of these were easy times to live in, right? So we're not trying to romanticize it so much as use some of the information and the research and films, for example, that you can find online to allow people to, in a way, do their own research, and they'll be staying in a home that's historically accurate and can learn something about that time period.